Hello everyone, my name's Hunter and welcome back to Chasing Gold. Today I am breaking down the featherweight division in the UFC. Um, it's a very dynamic division. It has so much history and this is a really exciting division with a bunch of history. So I will be recapping some recent fights. Talking about some shakeups in the division, like Ilya Taporia moving up, and the title picture as Volk is nearing the end of his career. So I'll be making predictions about the future of this division and what we will see. So with the featherweight division, there really hasn't been a whole lot of action recently. There's stuff coming up with the Volk. I think recently there was the for like a up and coming prospect. There was Luke Riley. He won via knockout um against Grad in fight night last fight night that just happened. UFC this past weekend. Just recapping that. So big good win for Luke Riley as he moves up to 12-0. For his future, I'm not sure where he gets to this. I don't know how it works with the ranking. I know he's not ranked right now. I think his next fight will be someone within that 10 to 15 ranking. Maybe Josh Emmett, Gene Silva, Danny Yee, who knows? But I think he definitely deserves a ranked fight. I know he's young. He's not sure how old he is. He's on the younger side. So he's a good prospect. Like I said, he finished round 2 finish. So it was exciting, and it'd be interesting to see his future in the division, because the division right now is kind of in a turning point. So, like the division, like I said, rich history. I mean, we can date back to Jose Aldo when he with the WEC and that merger with the UFC. I mean, he's a legend. He's a legend, top 3 probably featherweight of all time. His legacy is constantly overshadowed by obviously getting knocked out by Conor McGregor in 13 seconds. But there was a time when he ran the division, and then Conor McGregor got in the way, and then after that it moved to, there's like Max Holloway. He's a legend, right? We talk about him. I mean, he moved up. A lot of these guys, a lot of the featherweight legends have moved up to lightweight to increase or for their longevity. I mean, Max Holloway did that, so did Conor McGregor, but he became 2-time champ. And then Dustin Poirier, he also did it. I mean, even Volk now. I mean, he's probably the best lightweight of all time. We saw him move up, fight Islam. I mean, we know how that goes. I'll talk about that in a little bit when we get into Volk. But yeah. So the division right now, it's kind of in a weird state. Volk is going to. He has a rematch against Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez, he beat his last fight was Diego Lopez too. So, and that's next January. But if you look at like Volk's fight history, he's won 2 of his last 5. But I said he's like the GOAT, you know, of the featherweight. I mean, when we look back, his I mean, in the previous 2 episodes, I talked about how the Dagestanians fall off. They have a little bit of a fall off. And I think that is, I think it is really good for the sport and for entertainment. I know people like Islam. You know, people like Islam for he's kind of a character. But at the end of the day, there's plenty of people who don't like the Dagestanians for their style. They think he's boring, but and then there's that argument. Well, if you don't like the wrestling, go watch boxing. And I mean, sure, yeah, I agree with that to an extent. I'm a wrestler, you know. I enjoy the wrestling aspect of the sport. Other problems with that, the Dagestanians is the weight bullies. You look back to Khabib. Khabib was a weight bully, and he fought scrubs until the end. I mentioned that last episode. Islam's definitely better than Khabib ever was. Talk about Islam. Islam has problems too. There's controversy with him too, with the IV thing that he wasn't supposed to have, and them juicing, and so yeah, they get a bad rap. But where I'm going with this is Volk was the lead the shift. I said when Marab beat Umar, that was like the turning point. Well, this is where it started. Volk, he made Islam just had complete domination. He made Islam look human. He took him 5 rounds. He lost 2 decision. They implemented that new strategy. With that sprawling, just sprawl, stuff all the takedowns, and he make Islam look human. And that's when Volk moved up to lightweight to fight him for the belt. He lost. He came back down. He fought Yair Rodriguez. He won back for the featherweight belt. Then he moved up again to fight Islam. This time, Islam knocked him out. He finished him in round 1. Got caught, you know, is what it is. And then we talk about Ilia Topuria. I think Ilia still claims the featherweight belt. I think he still does. I mean, he moved up and became 2 double champ. Won the belt there. I mean, Ilia, we'll get him to next episode. He's probably the scariest guy in the sport. I mean, he's on pace to be the greatest fighter of all time, and it's not even close. He's defeated legends. So Volk, he fights Ilia Topuria back down at featherweight after he moved back down after losing to Islam. So he fought Ilia Topuria. He got knocked out round 2, and then he comes back and he fights Diego Lopez, who he's rematching in January, because Ilia vacates the belt and he moves up to lightweight. But at that point, Islam moved up to welterweight. So I mean, I think the biggest super fight of all time, of this decade at least, would be Topuria versus Islam. But we can talk about that later. So about Diego Lopez. If you want to talk about Diego Lopez, Volk took him to decision last time. I mean, it was a great fight. This rematch will be exciting. Volk nearing the end of his career. Diego Lopez, he's not exactly young either, but yeah. I mean, there's that clip of that slow motion of them both punching each other at the same time. It's great. It's great. And then the fight itself was just a great fight. So I'm really excited for this upcoming fight between Volk and Diego Lopez. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. What I think Volk's gonna win. Yeah. So with this fight, there is speculation that this is Volk's last fight. You know, it'd be like a good story. You know, he rematches Diego Lopez. If he wins, he retires on the wins. He retires with the belt. He cements himself as one of the greatest featherweights of all time, and it'd be a great story. There's speculation that he will retire after this fight. Not sure. He hasn't said anything about it yet. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. You know, Volk. Yeah, he's a legend. Be excited. Can't wait to see his fight against Diego Lopez. But talking about Diego Lopez, say Diego Lopez wins. I think Volk wins, but say Diego does. Looking back on his fight record, you know, his last 5 fights, he won 4 of them. So only loss was to Volk. He's since bounced back, beat Silva. Now he's got another title shot. Silva, a great fighter. Look at the rankings. Yeah, we got Diego Lopez. He's a 2. We have Evlovi is the current number 1. We'll see what happens after this fight. I mean, I don't know how to make a prediction for the future. After the Volk versus Diego Lopez fight, I don't know what will happen with if Volk retires, if he doesn't retire, even if he wins or loses, what happens. There's Yair Rodriguez. There's still. It's like I said, this division is kind of in like a shift right now. A lot of these people in the rankings, if you look back at it, I mean, there's Josh Emmett. He's getting up there in age. Pitbull. I mean, Arnold Allen. These guys are getting old. So that's what I was talking about earlier. It's Luke Riley. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, we'll see what happens. These young bucks move up in the rankings, so it'd probably take a couple years before we see guys like Luke Riley and these younger guys getting up in rankings. So, and then who knows what happens with the belt? The belt's probably gonna bounce around a couple times. I mean, Volk's gonna retire. If he doesn't retire after this fight, he's probably got 1 or 2 more in him. Then he'll vacate it, and who knows who fights for the belt. We'll see. There's Lerone Murphy too. He could fight for it. Who knows?